All right, it's time to continue working on this courtyard, and this is going to be a sort of a shorter video. I just want to do one asset here. I'm going to do sort of an exhaust pipe that I'm going to do over here, and then I think in the next video we'll get into starting to really put it together in a modular fashion, and then figuring out with some of the other assets we need. So the way I'm going to do that is let's hide this guy first of all, and I'm going to bring in a cube and scale it down and just get the approximate size I want and then the position. So it's going to be somewhere around there. So let's just focus on that, maybe a little bit bigger. All right, so that is what I'm going to use. Now there's a number of ways to do this, and this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to select this edge, and I'm going to press Control B and pull, and I'm going to press C, and that means I can pull all the way to here and it'll clamp it and it'll stop there, and then I'm going to roll my mouse up. And I want to get a curve that looks something like that. All right, let's pull this out, scale it down a little bit. Next thing I'm going to do is select this face and extrude out like this. And I'm going to delete that face, and I can adjust the size of that in a bit. And I'm going to extrude this one up, and I'll delete that face. Now the whole thing I want to scale down a bit. So this is essentially going to sort of join to the wall. And then this piece is going to come up and over the roof. So we'll get to that in a bit. What I want to do next is just focus on this, because I'm going to want to bevel this and have it a little bit smoother on the edges. And so the way I'm going to do that, because of this sort of strange connection here, is I'm going to select that vertex and one that's sort of opposite it, like that one. And I'm going to press J to join. I'm going to come over here and select that one and that one. J to join. Now in edge selection, I'm going to shift alt and click that edge all the way around and this one all the way around, and I'm going to X dissolve edges. So now this is the edge here. So now I can select that whole thing, shift alt and click it, and I can Control B and pull. Now I want to look at this part here. I just want to curve it just a little bit. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to roll back. So there's my 3. I'll go and use my usual 5. So it's got a small curve there. Now I'm going to select this edge and I'm going to pull it down so that this piece is roughly equal, sort of there and here. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything. So now what I'm going to do is I think I will bevel this right now. So I'm going to select that edge. I'll have to go around. I'll have to get that part in there and here and here and then this side. There. All right, so I've got it all, and now I can bevel this. Control B. I'm probably okay with just the 3. It's not going to be overly visible, but that's what I've got. Now if I shade smooth this, I will probably have to put on, and I can do that now if I want to, weighted normal and normal's auto smooth. I'm going to come back and look at this. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this top edge, shift alt and click that, and shift D to duplicate it, and P to break it out. And I will use this piece to continue this all the way up. So I'm going to hit E to extrude, and I'm going to pull up. Still got my bevel on there. Come up to close to there. So I'm hitting the roof, so I'm going to take that and this, and I'm going to pull it out a little bit so it clears the roof. In fact, what I might do is extend, now that I think about it, this out a little bit more. All right, so I can take the whole thing and pull it out, and a little bit more. How's that going to look? Clearing the roof like that. Now I may adjust all this. I may not want the roof sticking out that much, but I'll start with it in roughly that position. So now I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to select that one, shift D to duplicate. I'll pull it out a bit, P to break it out, and I'm going to select, if I can get just this one, I'm going to scale it out, and this is going to be the attachment to the wall. So I'm going to press F to make a face, pull this back, and just extrude it a little bit like this. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to bevel this edge here. So I got 3 there. I almost wish I had 5, but I guess 3 will probably be okay. And yeah, okay, we're upside down. All right, so we got that. Now let me just think about this. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I'll get it close to the wall in a bit. This piece here, I'm going to take this edge and I'm going to pull it down. Did I not? I just copied it. Okay. And now what I'll do is I'll select that, and it's already selected. Shift D to duplicate it, scale it out, P to break it out, and I'll use this to sort of create a join. I'll bring it up, F to make a face, E to extrude, and pull it down. I don't want it too big. Something like that. That one's selected. Shift Alt and click that one, and I'll bevel this one with 3 as well. So now I've got a join right there. And I will need a join at the top. But before I do that, I'm going to take this piece here. And yeah, I'm going to come into edit mode and Shift D to duplicate that, and I'm going to bring it up to near the top, and I want to rotate this one around. Let's see, we're going to try rotate X 180 and rotate Z 180, and I'm going to pull this up, and it's going to be like that, so we'll have another join there. And then I want this again, this piece again. Shift D to duplicate. I'm just going to pull it out here, and I want to rotate this. Rotate X 180 like that, and it's going to come to, let's see, about there with the join. How we do? We just clear the roof. I can actually make some changes here. This doesn't have to project that far. I can do that, and I can take this one and pull it in, and then select that one and just pull it closer, and it might be a little nicer joining it something like that. Okay, so let's grab this piece here and Shift D to duplicate it and pull it up, and press the period key to focus on that and make sure that we do have this covered. I'll do it around there. I'll take, let's see, is that part of this? Maybe what I'll do is I'll come in here and select both of these a little bit and Control L and break them out so we got separate pieces. So I've got that, and I'm just going to pull it down a little bit. Okay, like that. And then this piece here is going to move in to there. And let's see if I want to adjust this a little bit like that, and I'll put one of those joins in there to cover that up. So I'll take this one, and I guess I got the other one too, so maybe I'll select a bit of that and Control L and Shift D and P to break it out, just to make it a little bit easier, and we'll join them all later. Which one have I got? Okay, let's hide that. There's the other one. All right, let's pull that up, and let's rotate X 90, slide it over, and get it into place. Whoops. Get it into place as best we can, something like that. Alt H, bring the other ones back. Okay, so that's looking good. That's a little tight there, but no, we clear. Yep, so far so good. Let's work on this part up here. Now what I'm going to do here is, I think I'll do it as a separate piece. Shift D to duplicate, pull it up, P to break it out, bring that down. I'm going to make it a little bit wider. I'm going to come up and out like this, and I will come up a little bit, and F to make a face. And I actually want to bevel this edge. Control B with 3, and I will bevel this edge. And I will bevel this edge down here. Is there something? Yeah, we'll bevel that edge. Oh, there's no edge to bevel, so I just have to make a face, and I'm going to bevel that. I'll take the whole thing and just push it down a little bit, so we have that piece. And we should actually make sure that all this stuff is flipped. We'll check that in a bit. Okay, and off of here, I'm going to bring my 3D cursor there, and I'm going to bring in a cylinder, and we'll go for, let's just go for 22 vertices. Scale it down. That's probably okay there, so let's pull this down. And then E and S, and we'll come out like that. It's almost the same width to this is fine. We'll come up like this, and then we will press I to inset, come in a little bit, You need to extrude and come down. You're not going to see this very well. I inset and extrude up like that. I might scale this in, scale shift Z in a little bit. I will take this up a little higher like that. I'd inset and pull this down. I can probably get rid of that face. Let's do some beveling now on this piece. Yeah, there we go. Let's bevel this. Now that nice big bevel. I might have a few in there, a few segments in there. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little easier. Let's do this one first with a big one, a big bevel. And in here, I'm going to bevel this with 3. There, I'll get rid of that bottom face in a minute. And then I can do these top ones with 3. Okay, there's 2, 3. And I'll do the same here. Okay, let's focus on that and delete this bottom face there. And let's see what it looks like shaded smooth. And I might need an edge coming down there. Okay, let's come in here and just drag an edge loop down somewhere and do a little split with just 2 and E and Alt S, pull, so we get that kind of thing. Grab these edges and zoom in close, bevel that with 3. That's 2, 3. So we just have, you know, a little bit more of an interesting design there. And let's see what else we need to do here. Now that all looks okay. Okay, so let's come back down to here, and I got this. And so what I'm going to do, I think, is let's extend this. Let's see, is this a separate piece? All right, let's Control plus a couple times. I'll bring it in like that, and then I'll take this edge and push it into the wall. Still looks a little thick to me, so I think I will Control plus a couple times and make it a little thinner, and then I'll take this and I'll bring it in like that. Okay, so we got that piece there, and now we need to support it. But just before we do that, yeah, we got a few things that we need to flip. So let's recalculate outside that stuff. That one and that one. Okay, and this one down here. Okay, good. So we're getting that done. So now we just need to support this somehow. I could put another divider somewhere if we wanted, but I think what I'll do is let's make some kind of attachment. So let's, geez, we could use a lot of this depending on how I want to do this. I'm thinking of grabbing all of these faces and a Shift D and scale it out a bit, and I'll just get it out of the way and break it out. And let's give this some more depth like that. I'm going to scale it in actually, and what I'm going to do is I kind of want to mirror this instead, so I think I'm just going to drop an edge loop right in the middle, and I'll do this in wireframe, just get rid of this whole side, and I'll select these, and I'm going to bring my 3D cursor there, and then I'm going to mirror this to the other side, and let's set the origin to the 3D cursor. And I get draw clipping, doesn't really matter. Okay, so now this piece, what I was thinking is it would come in close to the wall here. Where is the wall? So quite a far distance, really. All right, I'll do it like that for now, and then extrude out like this. And maybe I'll make it bigger, like that. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is I'll come in here and in edge selection I'll select, so I've already got this one beveled, so I'll bevel this one here. I'll just use 3. Alright, let's try, let's actually apply that mirror, and I'll get rid of that because I don't need that. And we could try just to solidify, and I'll do it on even thickness. Let's see what that looks like. Are we crossing over? We might, let's turn that off for a second. Yeah, no, I think, well, yeah. That looks okay. I could tighten it up if I want to. So let's see. Let's go ahead and apply that in object mode. And then I'm going to focus on it, and I will end up beveling some of it. Let's recalculate outside. Everything's good. So I'll do my usual, you know, because I want it to look kind of smooth. So I'm going to grab these edges here, Control B and pull. I'm going up to 5, and then it'll take me a number of clicks to come all the way around the surface of this. Just double checking things were crossed there. And geez, do I need to do the bottom, the inside as well? I think to be complete, I'll do the whole thing. You know, I think I'd feel better. I'm not really all that concerned about saving polys. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Get in here. This is rather tight. I think I'm just going to do a test here. Yeah, I think I got it all. Okay, and then let's make sure I got the rest of it here. All right. Just going to find a position here. And let's try it. Control B and pull, and I just need 3. Just for something. Let's shade smooth. I'll turn that back on. Slash key to focus on it. Okay. This needs to come out a little bit. And this part I will make that a little bit better. So I'll go into wireframe, box select, pull it in so it looks like it makes contact. And while I'm here, I think I'm going to grab this end and this end, and I'm going to scale in the X, pull them in. I don't need them going flailing out that far. Okay, let's put a bolt on here. So let's come in here and select a little bit and bring in a circle with 16 vertices. Okay, cool. Have to make a face. Rotate it in the X. And just put something in there so it looks like it's got some support. Pull it right back, get rid of that face, select that face and bevel it back. That's fine like that. We'll shade smooth, make sure it's facing the right direction, and maybe a little smaller. I'm just going to copy it over, Shift D to duplicate, pull it over to here, and I'm going to join that stuff there. So that would be the support. I could put bullets elsewhere if I wanted to. And then I could just take this and just copy it a couple of times here or there. Put one up there maybe. And it's going to depend on my windows and stuff like that, but I could put one, I don't know, maybe there. You know? So let's just double check that everybody is playing nice. They are. And that is my exhaust pipe. I think it's an exhaust pipe. Yeah. Something like that. Okay, so that's it. We got that in the scene, and we need to move on. There's a lot more to do, but we'll get to that. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.